Bridgette here, and it is the end of a quarter, okay? So whenever you're watching this, it doesn't really matter. It could be end of a quarter, end of a month, but I want you to really take some time to get intentional after you close out a month or a quarter, whatever that milestone is for you, to really look back at some things. We have to look at our business to see what is translating to result, translating to profit, what makes us feel good, what makes us love our life, what makes us want to keep going. It's really important that we take the time to reflect back so that we can make adjustments going forward. So because it's a quarter end, I'm just going to give you an example of some things that I look at during this time. All right. So again, wherever this finds you, it doesn't matter. You can do this at any time. I'm just happening to use the day. Okay. So first thing, cash. We talk about cash all the time in here. Cash is queen, y'all. We need to make sure that we've got enough cash and cash flow coming in. So I always just take a quick peek at my bank account, my credit card account, different things like that for my business, just to have an idea of where I am. You know, around the first of the month is when I usually do a financial review. But what I'll tell you is my financials aren't actually ready for about, 5 to 10 days. And the reason is because the credit card statement's being finalized, the bank account statement's being finalized. My team is putting together and reconciling my accounts so that I actually have a profit and loss statement to look at, right? So there's things that take some processing time. So the first of the month is really my time to just kind of check in, right? While I wait on those numbers, because there's certain things that you can look at right now at any given time. Okay, so cash is definitely one of them. Again, lifeline of your business. You need to get to know your cash, get to know your cash flow, make sure you're in a good position to start the month. Okay, number 2, revenue. It's likely if you're scaling that you understand already what came in for the month. So this could be in your financials, this could be in your bank account, this could be in a forecast or a money map if you've worked with me before. Those are all things, all indicators. What did I bring in this month? Where did these people come from? How did they find me? What kind of conversations did we have? What worked well to secure this relationship? So when you look at revenue, you also want to look at profit if you have visibility to it yet. You might not on the first of the month, but profit is one of those amazing things that are going to keep your business going, right? So it's revenue. It's not what you sell it for. It's what you get to keep. So there's gross profit, which is reduced by your cost of goods sold or what it costs you to sell it. And then there's net income or net profit, however you want to call it, after all your other expenses are done, your systems, your team, all that stuff. Okay, so to the degree of which you can, I would look at their revenue and I would look at the profit if you can. But revenue is going to be a true tell sign to really tell you what activities you need to continue doing, what worked so well that you need to double down on it. Did you call in ideal clients? Oh my gosh, how do I get more of those, right? These are all things that are really important as a business owner, especially if you're responsible for generating the revenue. Okay, number 3 is kind of on the same lines, but it's really what worked well and what didn't. There are opportunities for us always to cancel things if it's not something that's working. So I use a quarter end a lot of times as a time to really review subscriptions, memberships. I talk all the time about people investing in their business, mastermind coaches, mentors, team members, contractors, marketing efforts, right? All of these different things. You need a point in time monthly or quarterly to be able to look at these things. Are they working for you? Are they translating to profit? Are they giving you your time back? How is that working for you and your business, right? Okay. And that really goes along with the investments. Are you going to keep it? Are you going to cancel it? Are you going to add different ones? What do you have coming down the pipe that you might need to be mindful of for cash flow? So for example, a lot of people are in masterminds. A lot of people have coaches, mentors, or programs that have a beginning and an end. And when that's the case, when does that fall off? Are you then in execution implementation mode? Or are you going to turn around and invest again? And your cash flow will be able to kind of help you determine that. But really think about what you need in your business. A lot of times it's hiring if you're scaling. Do I need help? What do I need help in? What does that job description look like? What can I afford? How do I pay this person, right? These are all questions that Amanda and I get all the time, and we help our business owners through that. So it's going to be really important for you to be able to get eyes on these things so that you can move forward. And you have questions, if you need team support, we're your team, we're your CFO team, right? Number 5, KPIs. Okay, so I've talked about this in a video. If you haven't caught the KPI video, it's key performance indicators. It's probably a few weeks back. It's on this YouTube channel. KPIs, key performance indicators. These are leading indicators. These are success metrics. These are more activities that drive the results of your business. Okay? So when you think about your financials, you think about your P&L, you think about what you're looking at, like I said, revenue and profit. That's just the results of your efforts. So if you really aren't happy with your results of your efforts, then you need to change the activities in order to change the results. And that's a lot of times what a KPI is. So for example, if you're looking for new clients, then I would track something like number of new conversations that I'm having, number of outreach, right? How many, if I do get on a sales call, am I converting that person to a client? And if I'm not, then what's going on? Is it my pricing? Is it my offer? Is it my communication style? What is it that's not converting? Because again, you change your activities, you change your results. Lastly, my favorite thing to do, you all know this, I do this monthly, probably more often than I even need to, but especially on a quarter, go do a calendar review. For so many reasons. Go through, if you're like me and you live and die by your calendar, everything's in your calendar, personal, professional, all kinds of things. Go through, how am I spending my time? Does that align with my ultimate goals? Am I spending my time doing one of two things? Is it bringing me money, or is it bringing me joy? Or is it bringing me both? Right? We're in business because we want to create a lifestyle that we feel proud of, that fills us up, that lights us up. So when I go back, I know I've been doing this exercise for a really long time now, but I look back and basically what it is you take a sheet of paper and you draw a line down the center. And on the left side, it's this was a good use of time. And on the right side is this doesn't need to be repeated. Use whatever. I use this gives me energy. This one doesn't give me energy. Whatever you want to use. And you go through your calendar day by day and write on one side of the column. And you'll start to see the more that you do this, that your left side of your column, your good, your energy giving side of the column of the page is going to get bigger. And it's about being intentional. It's about not being a people pleaser, because we can't really afford to do that as business owners. We've got to be able to deliver our gifts, help as many people as possible, and enjoy ourselves in the process. You know my line, it's run a profitable business while living a fuller life. So take your quarterly review, take your notes, go ahead and look at some of those things. I can assure you that the more you put this into practice, the more you will start to see that needle move. All right, with that, happy Money Monday. I'll see you next week.